Hey everybody, I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. Today I'm going over to my Viburnums, specifically a Shasta Viburnum that has got berries all over it. So I'm wanting to try to capture some of those berries before the birds do, and then we're going to try sowing them from seed. Now the thing with these is they require a warm stratification period and a cool stratification period. So what that means is I'm going to have to plant them now. I'll just leave them outdoors through the winter, and hopefully we'll get something to germinate by next spring. After it's been through a period of warm this summer and then a period of cold in the winter, and then we should see something. So let's take a look at what these berries actually look like. So these are the Shasta Viburnum berries. You notice a lot of them are red and then some are darker. The darker ones are the ones that are ripe. The red ones are on their way to being ripe. So all we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to collect as many of these dark ones as we can see. We'll get all those and we'll leave the rest of them on to ripen, and maybe I'll collect some more of those and add them to the mix. But I've got this tree, I've got another one next to it, and then I've got one in my backyard that all have berries in various stages of being ripe. As you can see here, the ripe berries are a little bit messy here. They easily squish, and right there is the seed that has come out of that little berry. So each one of these has one seed in it, and we're going to collect as many of those as we can here. See, already got a few here in this little cup. We'll probably mash them first, and then we'll put them into some dirt for them to go ahead and grow. All right, so you can see I've gathered up quite a few little seeds here. I mean, we probably have a good 40 or 50 seedlings that could come from this. We don't know yet. We'll have to see how it all goes. Now, typically viburnums are not self-pollinating type plants, and they need something else to cross with it in order to create something. So these will probably not turn out to be exactly like my Shasta viburnum. I've got several other viburnums in the area, including one that's a Korean spice variety, another one Onondaga, which is another one I really love. So, you know, either one of those, if it were to hybridize with one of those, I'd be pretty happy to see what the result would be. So this is just kind of an experiment and see how it goes. Most people will propagate viburnums by using cuttings, which I'll post a link to in the comments and up here. So you can check that out, how I generally do most of my cuttings. So for this, I'm setting it up with a flat of soil. This is just a 10-20 tray. It does have holes in the bottom. I want to leave it very natural throughout this year. And this is what you call a daisy tray. I never buy one of these. I typically will find them at a nursery or something when I'm buying a whole bunch of other plants. And the reason I'm doing this is to help prevent any kind of rodents from coming in here, because I've had some problems with chipmunks and squirrels and something that's larger that I don't know yet. So I'm going to try to figure that out. Now on top of this, after I've sowed everything, I'm going to stick a rock to just keep it down so that nothing will come in here and start digging. And so because of that rock, and I probably won't use this one, I'll probably use some smaller ones that'll add a little bit of weight to it. But I just want to make sure that nothing digs in this, because I'm going to be leaving it outdoors and it's going to be subject to any kind of animals that may come across. I want to have the natural rainfall on it and the heat and the cool of the coming year to kind of work on these little berries. So I am actually not going to break these up because it's a really messy thing. So I'm going to try to sort them into some sort of little rows here into this one flat, and we'll just see what we've got. I'm going to just kind of scatter them down here. And spread them out. And let's forget the rows thing because that's just not going to work. These things are sticking together. The seed coats need to get broken down by that process of the heat stratification and the cold stratification. But what I'm doing right now is I'm pushing the seeds down into the dirt, wherever they might be, so that they have a little bit of depth to them. Some of them are going to come up in clusters and I may have to come around and separate them later. Not a big deal, but be excited to see what this turns into. And my mix here is just a mix of some compost and some bark shavings and some peat. Nothing really crazy. So I'm going to cover that a little bit. Push anything that seems to be popping up. There's even a red one in here that I accidentally got. I'll just push it in here, see what happens. If we get something, great. If not, not a big deal. And for now, that's really all we can do. We're going to cover it, we're going to water it, and then I'm going to put it outside where it is going to just be subject to the natural elements. And then hopefully next spring, we'll see something come up. These are being done in June of 2021. So next spring, probably we'll be looking in April to see if we have any kind of germination, maybe as late as May. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Okay, so I have actually put these little paper stones on the corners so that they're not actually holding down here and preventing water from going over top of the seed area. But for right now, I'm going to try this and see if I can leave them this way. Hopefully they won't get knocked over. I mean, it is possible. I'll have to reset those a few times. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video on trying to start some viburnum seedlings. There's no guarantee that this is going to work out, but sometimes it's fun to just try something and see if it's going to work. So I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more garden videos down in the future. Thanks for watching.